Imagine this. You're simply taking your daily vitamins, trying to do what's right for your body. But what if I told you that three of these so called health boosters might be secretly stealing your strength, balance, and independence? These vitamins, vitamin E, A, and B6, are often marketed as essential for aging healthily, but recent studies show that in excessive amounts, they can do more harm than good. These vitamins, when taken in high doses, can interfere with your body's natural functions, potentially leading to weakened muscles, nerve damage, and an increased risk of dangerous falls. Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind these vitamins, how they might be undermining your strength and jeopardizing your mobility. If you've been taking them for years, it's time to reassess their role in your health. The last thing we want is for well meaning supplements to become a silent threat to your well being. As someone who has spent decades studying both Western science and Buddhist health teachings, I offer this information not to scare you, but to awaken your awareness. Awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your strength and vitality. This video is not just a warning, it's an invitation to a more mindful, balanced approach to your health. By understanding the potential risks, you can take back control over your health, embrace mindful living, and step into a future where you feel empowered, strong, and independent. This is the video every senior must watch to reclaim strength, dignity, and mindful living. Chapter 1: The Silent Thief. Vitamin E. Vitamin E has long been regarded as a wonder nutrient, known for its heart-protecting qualities and its role in preventing aging. For decades, health enthusiasts have sung its praises, recommending its use for its antioxidant properties and its apparent ability to improve skin health and support cardiovascular functions. Yet, like many things in life, even the most beneficial substances can become harmful when taken in excess. Vitamin E, a fat-soluble vitamin, has a subtle but insidious effect on the body when it accumulates beyond safe levels. The body stores it in fatty tissues and the liver, making it easy to unintentionally build up in a way that can lead to undesirable consequences. In its excess, vitamin E has been found to cause muscle weakness, instability, and neuromuscular dysfunction. This is particularly true when it's taken in doses above 400 IU international units. When this happens, the body's ability to maintain balance, posture, and even simple movements deteriorates over time, causing an unsettling vulnerability to falls and other physical mishaps. In extreme cases, it can even cause hemorrhaging, as the vitamin has an anticoagulant effect. But what is most striking is how it subtly impacts the aging body, contributing to an erosion of strength that often goes unnoticed until it is too late. From a Buddhist perspective, the excess of vitamin E is a perfect metaphor for attachment. Just as we may attach ourselves to worldly desires, beliefs, or habits, thinking they will bring us fulfillment, we may also hold on to supplements, routines, or practices with the same fervor. However, unchecked attachment, whether it's to a person, an idea, or in this case a supplement, can quietly steal away our balance, our peace, and our well-being. Just as excess vitamin E gradually weakens the body, excessive attachment erodes our mental and emotional strength, causing instability and vulnerability. I recall an elderly gentleman I worked with, a man who, like many of his generation, had been raised to believe that certain vitamins and supplements could stave off the inevitable effects of aging. For years, he took high doses of vitamin E, convinced that it was the key to maintaining his youth and vitality. At first, he experienced no ill effects, and his belief in the supplement seemed validated. But as time passed, he began to feel a creeping weakness in his legs, difficulty standing for prolonged periods, and a noticeable instability when walking. The more he took, the weaker he became, and yet he attributed his symptoms to just getting old. The connection between his vitamin E consumption and his muscle weakness was never considered, and he continued to take the supplement, unaware of its slow but steady toll on his body. It wasn't until a health professional pointed out the dangers of long-term high-dose vitamin E consumption that he realized the true cause of his physical decline. This story offers a clear illustration of how attachment to the belief that a single solution like vitamin E could preserve youth led to a quiet physical downfall. The Buddhist teaching reminds us that life is dynamic, and nothing, including our health, is permanent. By clinging to the idea that external factors like supplements can counteract the natural process of aging, we fail to recognize the importance of a balanced approach to health, one that includes both internal and external practices rooted in awareness, mindfulness, and moderation. In our lives, it's easy to adopt routines or practices that seem to promise great rewards. However, without awareness, we might find ourselves subtly doing harm, much like the elderly gentleman whose attachment to the idea of vitamin E as a cure all clouded his judgment. This excessive reliance on a single remedy represents the mind's tendency to grasp at something external to fulfill an internal need. Instead of seeking balance and considering the whole picture of well being, we often place too much importance on individual solutions. This, in turn, leads to an imbalance that ultimately undermines the very thing we seek to preserve: our health, our peace, and our sense of control. Buddhism teaches us to practice awareness in all things, especially in our health and routines. The path to wisdom is not about seeking external fixes, but about recognizing the natural flow of life and making mindful decisions that nurture both body and mind. In the case of vitamin E, the lesson is clear. Excessive reliance on anything, whether it's a supplement, a belief, or an attachment, will inevitably lead to imbalance. Awareness is the key. By developing mindfulness, we can learn to ask the important questions. Is this routine truly serving my well-being, or is it slowly contributing to my decline? Are my actions grounded in wisdom, or am I simply following an outdated or unexamined belief? Only through deep self-reflection and awareness can we prevent the silent thief of excess, whether it be in the form of vitamin E or attachment, from robbing us of our vitality and inner peace. Awareness is power. Question even the most accepted routines. The true wisdom lies not in adhering to what is popular or widely accepted, but in understanding our unique needs and responses, allowing us to maintain a healthy balance that nurtures our body, mind, and spirit. Chapter 2: The Bone Breaker. Vitamin A. Vitamin A accumulates in the liver and tissues, contributing to bone fragility, especially in hips and legs, leading to fractures. It also weakens muscles subtly. Vitamin A, often celebrated for its health benefits, can have a darker side when it is consumed in excess, especially in older age. The fat-soluble nature of this vitamin allows it to accumulate in the liver and other tissues, creating a dangerous buildup over time. While vitamin A plays a crucial role in vision, immune function, and skin health, the excessive intake of it can lead to bone fragility. This is particularly concerning for older adults who are already at a heightened risk for fractures due to natural bone loss that comes with aging. A woman in her 70s, whom I once worked with, was convinced that cod liver oil, rich in vitamin A, was the key to maintaining her health. She had been taking it for years, believing that its nourishing properties would keep her strong and vibrant. However, after a small fall, she suffered a devastating hip fracture. It was a wake-up call that shook her beliefs. As her spiritual mentor, I encouraged her to reflect on the situation, but not with fear or regret. Instead, I guided her to ask a simple but profound question. Are your actions supporting your life energy or draining it? This moment of reflection opened her eyes to the fact that what nourished her in her youth might not be what her body needed as it aged. Just as our physical needs change, so do our spiritual and emotional needs. What once served us may no longer be beneficial as time passes. This is a crucial lesson in impermanence. In her case, the very supplement she believed would safeguard her health ended up contributing to the fragility of her bones, leading to a life-altering injury. From a holistic perspective, it's vital to recognize that just as we evolve physically, emotionally, and spiritually, so must our approach to health. The same practices that supported our vitality in youth can sometimes become harmful as we age. The body's ability to process and use certain nutrients diminishes with age, and the consequences of this can manifest in ways we might not immediately expect. One of the best steps you can take to safeguard your health is to regularly monitor your nutrient levels. Ask your doctor for a nutrient panel that includes vitamin A, along with other essential vitamins and minerals. This will give you a clearer understanding of your body's needs, helping you make informed decisions about supplementation and diet. In some cases, your doctor may recommend adjusting your intake of vitamin A to avoid the dangerous buildup that can lead to bone fragility. Remember, moderation is key. It's not about eliminating nutrients like vitamin A altogether, but about finding the balance that best supports your health at this stage of life. Regular checkups and nutrient assessments will guide you in making choices that benefit your overall well being. Also, remember that bone health is a complex matter that involves more than just vitamins. Strengthening exercises, adequate calcium intake, weight bearing activities, and a diet rich in fruits and vegetables are just as important in maintaining bone density and muscle strength. In addition to these physical strategies, don't forget the importance of inner health. Emotional and mental clarity can be just as transformative as physical practices. Reflect on your lifestyle choices and ask yourself whether they align with your highest good. Are you nurturing your energy or are you unknowingly draining it? The answers to these questions might reveal insights into both your physical and spiritual health. In summary, while vitamin A is essential for many bodily functions, its accumulation can have a detrimental effect on bone health, particularly in older adults. A cautious, balanced approach to supplementation, combined with regular health assessments, is crucial for protecting the bones and muscles from the damaging effects of excessive vitamin A. And as always, remember that health is a holistic journey where both physical and spiritual aspects work together to create balance and vitality. Chapter 3, The Numbing Energy, Vitamin B6. High doses of B6 over time damage nerves, leading to numbness, instability, and loss of balance. Symptoms are mistaken for aging or poor circulation. Vitamin B6 is often hailed as a vital nutrient for brain function and energy production. It is a key player in the synthesis of neurotransmitters and is commonly found in many supplements aimed at improving mental clarity and energy levels. However, the very same vitamin that promises to invigorate can, when consumed in excess, have a profoundly negative impact on the nervous system. High doses of B6 over extended periods can cause serious damage to the peripheral nerves, leading to symptoms such as numbness, tingling sensations, and an overall lack of physical coordination. This condition, known as peripheral neuropathy, occurs because B6 can interfere with the transmission of nerve signals. The initial symptoms can be subtle and are often mistaken for the natural process of aging or attributed to poor circulation. People may dismiss the tingling in their feet or hands as just another part of growing older. However, when the imbalance persists and intensifies, it becomes clear that something deeper is amiss. I recall meeting a monk who had spent years diligently practicing meditation. His mind was sharp, and his spirit felt at peace, but his physical body betrayed him. Despite his daily meditation practice, he began to experience strange numbness in his feet that made sitting for extended periods increasingly uncomfortable. Initially, he believed this was simply a sign of old age or a result of his long hours in meditation, but it wasn't until a visit to a healthcare professional that he discovered the real cause: an over-the-counter vitamin B6 supplement that he had been taking regularly. The excessive B6 had gradually damaged the nerves in his feet, rendering his physical balance unstable despite his mental clarity. This experience serves as a metaphor for life. Just as the monk's physical balance was undermined by something as simple as a vitamin, our spiritual and emotional clarity can be compromised when our physical or mental foundations are neglected. The body and mind are intimately connected, and no matter how disciplined or focused we may be spiritually, we cannot fully experience harmony if we are not maintaining a balanced foundation physically and emotionally. Just as an overconsumption of a seemingly innocent vitamin can wreak havoc on the body, neglecting our physical needs, such as exercise, proper nutrition, or rest, can have unseen consequences on our emotional and mental well-being. Spiritual clarity, like physical balance, is not an isolated phenomenon. Both require constant nurturing and balance. When one aspect of our life is out of harmony, it affects all other areas. The monk, despite his spiritual dedication, found that his physical imbalance started to interfere with his meditation, causing him discomfort and distracting his focus. This is a reminder that true spiritual clarity cannot exist in a body that is physically out of sync. In a world that constantly promotes the idea of taking supplements for every little ailment, it's important to remember that simplicity in nourishment often leads to simplicity in life. Nature provides us with everything we need in its purest, most balanced form. Excess, whether it's in the form of vitamins, food, or material possessions, can create imbalance and lead to unintended consequences. Just as the monk experienced the numbing effects of too much B6, we too can become numb to the excesses in our lives. The pursuit of simplicity in both our diets and our daily routines is the path to restoring balance. Simplicity in nourishment reflects simplicity in living. Nature gives us what we need without excess. It teaches us that true health lies not in the abundance of things, but in their right balance. Whether it's food, supplements, or even our desires, when we embrace balance and remove the unnecessary, we create space for clarity, both in the mind and the body. Just as the monk's meditation was disrupted by a simple imbalance in his diet, so too can our spiritual and emotional peace be disturbed when we lose sight of the simplicity and balance that nature intended for us. Therefore, the key to well-being is not in seeking more, but in cultivating less, fewer distractions, fewer additives, fewer complications. By aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life, we achieve true health, balance, and clarity. Chapter 4. What to do instead, the path of mindful correction. In this chapter, we shift focus to what you can do to cultivate a healthier, more mindful approach to maintaining leg strength as you age without relying solely on supplements. The idea is not to reject all that modern medicine and nutritional science have to offer, but to approach supplementation with discernment, guided by careful evaluation and balance. In line with the Buddhist principle of the middle way, this chapter guides you to find the balance between extreme rejection and mindless overconsumption of supplements. Before making any major changes to your supplement routine, it's essential to first consult a physician who is knowledgeable about geriatric health. A mindful consultation with a doctor will allow you to evaluate which supplements, if any, are truly necessary for your unique needs. Geriatric-aware physicians specialize in understanding the nuances of aging bodies, and they can help you avoid the common pitfall of simply continuing to take supplements out of habit. Nutrient testing is another tool that should be used to guide your decisions. By identifying your body's specific deficiencies or imbalances, you can make more informed decisions about which supplements, if any, are beneficial to your health. Your physician can recommend tests to evaluate your vitamin levels, mineral balance, and overall nutritional health. From there, you'll be better equipped to adjust your diet or supplement plan in a way that meets your needs, rather than blindly following trends or recommendations. One of the most empowering steps in maintaining good leg health and overall well-being is returning to the basics: whole, natural foods. The foundation of your nourishment should be seasonal, locally grown produce that is rich in bioavailable nutrients. Unlike synthetic supplements, these foods provide a variety of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fibers in forms that your body can more easily absorb and utilize. Incorporating whole foods like leafy greens, root vegetables, whole grains, and fresh fruits into your diet will give your body the essential building blocks it needs to stay strong and resilient. In addition, seasonal foods contain a diversity of nutrients that change throughout the year, supporting your body in different ways as the seasons shift. A mindful focus on what nature provides in each season encourages balance, variety, and connection to the earth. Buddhism teaches that food is not just nourishment for the body, but also for the mind and spirit. By choosing whole, seasonal foods, you are honoring your body's inherent wisdom and its capacity for healing, rather than relying solely on external supplements. This practice encourages awareness and gratitude, bringing you closer to a harmonious relationship with both your body and the world around you. Healing, whether physical or emotional, is not a quick fix, but a cumulative process. In this chapter, we emphasize the importance of small, incremental steps in achieving long-term health and strength. When it comes to leg strength, it's easy to become discouraged when progress doesn't happen overnight. However, just as a small stream gradually carves through stone, consistent, mindful efforts lead to meaningful change. Incorporating gentle movements, balanced nutrition, and mindful practices into your daily routine will not only strengthen your legs, but also improve your overall vitality. Whether it's a short walk in nature, gentle stretching, or mindful breathing exercises, each small effort builds on the last, creating a foundation for lasting health. Healing is not just about fixing one problem, but about cultivating a state of well being that supports every aspect of your life. This approach aligns with the Buddhist teaching of karma, that every action, no matter how small, ripples out and contributes to the larger pattern of your life. By taking mindful, incremental actions, you are shaping your body's future health with every choice you make. The Buddha's teaching of the middle way offers profound wisdom when it comes to managing health in later years. Just as we must avoid the extremes of self indulgence and self mortification, we must also avoid the extremes of blindly accepting or rejecting all supplements. Instead, the middle way teaches us to approach supplementation with a sense of awareness and discernment. While some supplements can be beneficial, it is important to recognize that they should not be relied upon as a sole solution to health problems. The key is to find a balance where supplements are used strategically and mindfully, only when necessary, and in combination with a healthy, nutrient-dense diet. By walking this middle path, we avoid both the dangers of oversupplementing and the misconception that supplements alone can solve complex health issues. Remember, supplements are just that, supplementary. They are not a substitute for a well-rounded approach to health, which includes a mindful diet, exercise, and emotional well-being. Instead of seeing them as a quick fix, view supplements as one piece of a larger puzzle that includes self-care, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. As you reflect on this path of mindful correction, it's important to acknowledge that your legs carry much more than just the weight of your body. They carry the entirety of your life's journey, your experiences, your struggles, your triumphs, and your hopes for the future. Protecting and nurturing your legs is not just about maintaining physical strength, but also about preserving your autonomy, your joy, and your dharma. In Buddhism, dharma refers to the path of righteousness, the teachings that guide us towards wisdom, ethical conduct, and inner peace. Just as the Buddha encouraged his followers to care for their bodies as vessels for spiritual practice, we must view our legs as sacred vessels carrying us through life's journey. Taking mindful steps to protect them is a reflection of our commitment to living fully with dignity and grace. By practicing mindful correction through consultations, nutrition, movement, and balance, we not only improve our physical health, but also honor the deeper wisdom within us. Just as every step on our journey matters, so too does every decision we make to nurture our bodies with mindfulness and reverence. Chapter 5, The Hidden Enemy, Worse Than Vitamins, Inactivity. While much attention is given to the foods we eat, the vitamins we take, and the supplements we consume, there is one silent enemy lurking beneath the surface that we often overlook. It is an enemy far more insidious and damaging than any pill or nutrient deficiency could ever be: inactivity. For most of us, the daily routine involves extended periods of sitting. Whether it's at work, at home, or even in social settings, our bodies are more often than not in a stationary position. We sit in front of computers, watch television, or sit down to eat, with little to no regard for the damage this can cause to our bodies. In fact, research shows that sitting for long hours is linked to a variety of health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, and even an early death. But the hidden danger, the one we often ignore, is the impact that prolonged inactivity has on our strength, vitality, and overall well-being. Inactivity leads to the gradual weakening of our muscles, bones, and joints. It diminishes our circulation, reduces flexibility, and lowers our stamina. But perhaps most dangerously, it erodes our strength. Not just physical strength, but mental and emotional resilience as well. This is why it's critical to shift our focus from just avoiding bad foods or taking the right supplements to acknowledging the profound effects of movement, or the lack thereof, on our health. I remember a time when I spent a month in retreat, focusing on deep meditation and contemplation. While this retreat was an important part of my spiritual growth, I found myself sitting for long hours every day, often without moving much. I didn't initially notice the toll this would take on my body, but by the end of the month, my back and legs were sore and aching. Ironically, the discomfort wasn't caused by the meditation itself, but by the stillness, the immobility. What I realized was that our bodies are designed for movement. Movement is not only essential for maintaining strength and flexibility, but it is also an integral part of maintaining mental and emotional balance. The pain I felt wasn't a result of meditation, but a result of not honoring the need for mindful movement. This was when I began to experiment with mindful walking. What started as a remedy for my physical discomfort soon evolved into a practice that offered more than just relief. It became a tool for self-awareness, grounding, and healing. The simple act of moving with intention, of being fully present with each step, transformed my experience. Mindful walking became a form of meditation in itself. As I walked slowly and intentionally, I paid close attention to my breath, to the rhythm of my movements, and to the sensations in my body. I felt my muscles stretch, my joints move, and my blood flow more freely. I felt more alive, more in tune with my body, and more connected to my own inner peace. The more I practiced this mindful movement, the more I realized how crucial it is for our health and well-being. I began to see that movement isn't just about exercising for the sake of fitness. It's about living fully. It's about bringing awareness into our daily movements, making each step intentional and meaningful. Incorporate walking meditation into your daily routine. Begin by taking short walks throughout the day, focusing on the rhythm of your steps and the sensation of your feet connecting with the ground. You don't need to walk for miles or engage in intense exercise. Start with just 5 or 10 minutes a day, but make it intentional. Move with purpose and awareness. Additionally, look for opportunities to stand more often. Avoid prolonged periods of sitting by standing up every hour, even if it's just for a minute or two. Stand while talking on the phone, during meetings, or while reading. Use these moments to stretch, breathe deeply, and move your body. This simple habit can make a huge difference in how your body feels over time. Living a full, healthy life requires more than just taking the right vitamins or eating the right foods. It requires us to stay active, to honor our need for movement, and to cultivate a mindset of mindful living. So take action today. Stand more, walk more, and move with intention. Let movement become a regular part of your life and witness the profound impact it has on your body, mind, and spirit. Chapter 6, A Letter from an Old Soul. This wisdom is shared from a place of lived experience. I have seen friends fade, not because of illness, but from small, well-meaning choices made without awareness. These are not dramatic, life-altering decisions, but rather the subtle shifts that go unnoticed, the gentle ways we allow ourselves to drift, thinking it is simply the way things are. We become comfortable, perhaps too comfortable, with habits that take us away from our truest potential. It's easy to think that time will always be on our side, that we can afford to let our vitality slip a little further with each passing day. But in truth, this slow fade happens so gradually that you may not realize it until the years have accumulated and your body and mind are tired, worn, and weary from neglect. But I share this with you now because I have lived through those same moments of misstep. I have walked down paths I later wished I hadn't, and I have learned hard lessons from the choices that seemed insignificant at the time. What I want you to understand is this: none of it is irreversible. You still have time, you still have power, and most importantly, you can still choose vitality over slow decline. Every day, every moment is a chance to shift your direction. I'm not speaking of dramatic transformations, though sometimes they are necessary. No, what I am talking about is the quiet power in the small, consistent choices that you make each day. How you choose to take care of your body, the thoughts you allow to shape your mind, the way you relate to those around you. These things matter more than you know. Perhaps you have begun to notice some wear in your life, things that once seemed easy but now feel more challenging. Maybe your energy isn't what it once was, or you find yourself giving in to old habits that don't serve you anymore. But take heart. For every breath you take is an invitation to reset your path. The power of a single breath is not to be underestimated. With each inhale, there is an opportunity to refresh your perspective, to recalibrate your direction, to start anew. I have seen people resist this. I have witnessed the fear that accompanies change, especially as we age. There is a certain comfort in staying where we are, in holding on to the familiar, even when it no longer nourishes us. But the truth is that the longer you wait to make the shift, the more difficult it becomes to reclaim your vitality. It is not about perfection, it is about progression. Small steps taken consistently will lead you back to the life you desire, the one that is rich with joy, health, and energy. When I speak of vitality, I do not just mean physical strength. I mean a full, vibrant engagement with life, a presence in each moment that allows you to experience the depth and beauty of your days. This is a life where you are not simply going through the motions, but actively participating in the unfolding of your own story. You are connected to your purpose, to the people you love, and to the world around you. It is a life where you honor the gift of your existence and actively nourish it with intention. It is easy to become distracted by the noise of the world, to become overwhelmed by all that we cannot control. But there is power in focusing on what we can control. You can control how you care for your body, how you nurture your relationships, and how you cultivate your inner peace. You have the power to set boundaries that protect your energy, to make choices that honor your well-being, and to take actions that align with your highest values. So, I ask you, what choices are you making today? What small step can you take to choose vitality over decline? Perhaps it's as simple as taking a few minutes each day to breathe deeply, to sit in silence, to reconnect with your body through movement, or to eat a nourishing meal that fuels you rather than depletes you. Perhaps it's choosing to spend time with those who lift you up, to eliminate the distractions that drain you, or to cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the life you've been given. Don't fear this message. Embrace it. It is not too late. You are never too old to begin again. There is still time to rediscover your energy, to reclaim your joy, and to live the life you truly desire. The power is within you, always has been, and always will be. Let each breath remind you of your capacity for change. Let each step forward be a testament to your resilience. You are capable of far more than you think, and the choice to live fully and vibrantly is yours. Take these teachings to heart, for they are the foundation of a mindful and healthy life. First, review your supplements with clarity and humility. Reflect on whether they are truly serving your body or simply masking deeper issues. This requires not just knowledge, but self-awareness. Next, seek guidance from mindful, knowledgeable doctors. Find healthcare professionals who understand the importance of holistic care and approach your health with empathy and wisdom. Their insights will help you make informed choices in alignment with your well-being. Remember to move your body daily, even if only slowly. Movement, no matter how gentle, nourishes the body and mind. Whether through yoga, walking, or simple stretching, every small effort counts toward a vibrant and active life. Return to whole, natural foods. In today's world, it's easy to overlook the nourishing power of real, unprocessed food. Let your diet be a reflection of your mindfulness. Simple, wholesome, and full of life. Stay connected to your purpose and path. In Buddhism, wisdom is not merely knowledge. It's the union of knowing and right action. By living in accordance with your deeper values, you align yourself with the flow of life and its natural rhythm. Let this video be your moment of right action. Let it guide you to take the next step in your health journey with mindfulness, intention, and purpose. Have you ever experienced unexplained weakness or numbness? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience may offer insights that others need. If this video has helped you see your health through a new lens, please like it, subscribe to Buddhist Mindfulness, and share it with someone you care about. Your support helps us continue sharing these valuable teachings. Until next time, may you walk with strength, awareness, and joy.